Thank you for tuning in. I am Aaron Campbell. I am the director of the Secret City Improv Festival. Be sure that I did it right this time. So if you've been watching our other videos, then you know every time I go to read off the words next to me, I always point the wrong direction, but I got it right this time, and then I did it wrong to point out that I was wrong. All right, so you can go to secretcityimprovfest.com, check out about our festival. Go to secretcityimprovfest.com/tickets to grab your tickets for the Secret City Improv Festival, and tickets are going fast. You can donate to help us throw this party, secretcityimprovfest.com/donate. You can also find out how to become a sponsor at secretcityimprovfest.com/sponsorship. And check us out on all the socials. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course the random bathroom wall also, because why not? We're right next to Jenny on the bathroom wall. Just don't call 867-5309 because that's not our number. But we are definitely for a very good time. Be sure to come and visit us. And you can check out our show September 30th and October 1st, where we'll have 7 shows, 18 professional improv troupes, plus we'll have 5 high schools from the area here participating in our festival. And you can catch all that at the Historic Grove Theater at 123 Randolph Road in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And with all that out of the way, it is my pleasure to welcome Nicolas Salas from Medium Rare, all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, joining us today. Hi, Nicolas, how are you?
Hey, Aaron, doing great over here. How are you?
Oh, we are good. We're in between rain showers today when we're taping, and it is September 3rd is when we're taping. So not that this will be up today, but it will be up here sometime. But yeah, we're in between rain showers right now. So so you come with you're going to be coming to the festival with your improv troupe, which is Medium Rare, which performs at the Steel City Improv Theater in Pittsburgh. Correct?
That's great. Yep.
Pittsburgh. I was on with Vibe Check, and one of their members, Parker Patsky, is up. He has been in Pittsburgh on business related stuff, and I told them, I said, well, tell Parker while he's there to go visit the Steel City Improv Theater. And they go, there's improv in Pittsburgh? I said, apparently there's more than just a steel mill there and the Steelers. so what's it like doing actually we'll get to that in a second, but tell us about Medium Rare.
Well, Medium Rare is a former house team that was assembled no sooner than April this year. We were originally formed we all individually auditioned, then the house, Steel City put us together, and we just created our name from there, and we got to know each other through performing improv. Actually, a couple of us knew each other already, but most of us strengthened our bonds just from performing together.
So you guys all auditioned, had no idea. This is starting to sound like the origin story of One Direction. When One Direction was formed, they had to audition. All of them individually had auditioned for the X Factor. I think it was the X Factor in England. And Simon Cowell threw them all together.
Exactly. Yeah. In more ways than one, we are like One Direction.
So you guys all auditioned. So how long have you been involved in improv?
Coming up on 10 years. I started doing improv when I first entered college in 2012. And that was the summer right after discovering what Whose Line Is It Anyway was. So I thought, immediately upon watching, I'm like, I would love to do that. So that's where it all started. And I just kept doing it consistently up until now.
So where did you go to college at?
Carnegie Mellon University.
Oh, I wanted to go to CMU.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's always like a hit or miss when I mention that. It's like, what are you saying? Or wow, I don't know.
One of probably the the greatest lectures you'll ever hear is
The last
Professor.
lecture by
Yeah,
Randy Posh. Yeah,
yeah, Professor. I watch it probably at least 2 or 3 times a year. Honest to goodness, I've watched it for years.
yeah,
Um, what a legacy that man left behind too.
for sure. It
So
was required reading and required viewing when entering college.
yeah, which I like that last lecture series that they do anyway. That whole lecture series is brilliant. So that's awesome. So you went to CMU and then you got into improv there. So what's the improv scene like at CMU? Is it just are there multiple teams, or is it just inside the theater department, or is it expanded out?
As far as I know, there's just the one team. They are linked like wholly with the long running theater student group Scotch and Soda, which has had a lot of famous alumni come from there. Stephen Schwartz is one. I think Ming Na Wen is also an alumnus from there. But yeah, they just have the one team. They might have expanded by now. I don't know. Um, yeah, and they've been active since 1996, I believe, was the improv troupe there. They're called the No Parking Players, and I was part of them when I was there. So
So you're at the Steel City Improv Theater. What's the scene like with Pittsburgh?
I would say it's pretty established by now. Steel City has been up since 2010. There's another theater that's been around since 3 years after that, and I think a couple of others have popped up here and there. Um, and apart from that, like theater, just all of theater in Pittsburgh is also very well known. We've got a lot of programs going on here with the Byham Theater and the Improv. We have like an not improv comedy, but like the Improv stand-up comedy club is what they also have a location here. So it's Pittsburgh is fairly well known and around the comedy scene.
When I think Pittsburgh, I always think the Steelers. I
Right.
always think of um, and I always think about where it's located in Pennsylvania because I've been to Pittsburgh a few times over the
Mhm.
years. Um, but yeah, I love the idea that there's a lot, just a lot more creativity that sits inside of Pittsburgh. Yeah. So the team, you said that you all came together in audition. So what was that like when you all were selected for the team, and then you all had those initial meetings and kind of feeling yourselves out?
As an individual, I'm not very outgoing and I'm not very personable with people. So it's pretty hard for me to make friends. But going out with, the first few times with uh, the rest of my teammates made it really easy to talk to. And, we sort of, in the process of getting to know each other, we riffed a lot. We sort of got in tune with each other's senses of humor, and we all have really great ones, if we do say so ourselves. And we were able to, really strengthen the team like that in that way.
It's amazing. I meet a lot of people that they come into doing improv, like, especially when I was taking classes at the Village Theater in Atlanta. It's a lot of people that were in my improv classes that they were introverts trying to break out because they have moved into companies where they can't just be holed up in their cubicle doing, programming work. They have to come out and be part of teams. So, or they have to up their interaction, because even if they're not comfortable, to at least be able to fake it so they can do it. So, um, how does from your perspective, how does improv help you out in those kind of situations?
I view it as a sort of training to make people laugh. For me, making people laugh is a big Uh, it's an aspect of me that I think is very competitive. I I really want to be like the most clever person in the room, and that's pretty selfish of me to say, but it's just the I don't know the way I try to interact with people and making them laugh really just like uh, I don't want to say lowers their defenses, but like it makes them feel more comfortable, more personable with you, and it eases the tension of pretty much any social interaction. And that's the way I like to go about it. Is it helps me, navigate conversations more fluently. It's something I've always struggled with, growing up. So
Who all is okay? So how big is Medium Rare as a troupe?
medium rare right now is 6 or 7 members. Because we recently brought someone on, so that's why I'm like I forget what the number is. But yeah, we're seven on a good day.
7 on a good day. Now, how would you describe what people can expect to see in a Medium Rare show?
We expect people to learn better how direct democracy works in a small New England town. We just try to put on our best characters that we think we might encounter in like a city hall meeting, and we just try to think of people that we encounter in our daily lives that might have a comment or a question that has to do with some place that they live in. So it's a lot of just looking within ourselves to try and attack a problem, maybe solve it, maybe make it worse. I don't know. We definitely will be doing something on stage.
That's the best way to characterize it. We're definitely going to do something on stage. So, how did you guys come to that? Is it the when you came to kind of decide into that type of a show? Is there the Parks and Rec come into play as an inspiration, or anything, or how does that come? How did you guys come to that?
I had played that that idea generation game before when I lived in Indiana for a while to do work, and they also had an improv troupe there. So we just started going over like different ideas. We came upon that one, and that was the favorite one that I personally participated in. And I just when I got here, it sort of like was retro inspired by Parks and Rec because my experience in Indiana was also like that because that's what I used to research what Indiana was when I first moved there. I'd never heard of Indiana before, and I'm still not really sure what it is. So when I went over, that's what I watched. And then now we've done some scenes that were subconsciously inspired by Parks and Rec. So
I mean, Indiana, other than Indianapolis and a couple of other places, Indiana is just kind of there if you think about it. It's flat. It's
it's
farmland. It's
yeah,
just
it's just
there.
kind of corn, and I lived within the corn. You can say I was a child of it. I lived in a small town called Warsaw, Indiana. So
Yeah, I know where Warsaw is. I've
that's a
been to
lie. You do
Warsaw in the
not.
past.
You
I
know
have
where
been to
Warsaw,
Warsaw.
Indiana is?
Yes, that's one of the things when you're an over the road truck driver for a
Okay.
period of time, it's that you end up going to places like Warsaw, Indiana. Not many people have ever heard of the place.
Nope.
Nope. And after this conversation, they still will have never heard of it. So
People won't believe us when they say that we talked to each other and we mentioned Warsaw, Indiana. There was a mutual understanding of what it was. No.
if people want to come and they want to watch Warsaw, or not Warsaw, if they want to come and watch Medium Rare do their thing, tell everybody how they can find you guys.
Oh, that's a good question. All our shows are listed on Steel City's website. That's steelcityimprovtheater.com /shows, and they should be showing up there. You can change it between like a list and a calendar view. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook, facebook.com/medium rare.
All right, and if you want to watch Medium Rare during the Secret City Improv Festival, they will be with us on September 30th. They will be closing out our 7 p.m. show, so be sure to get your tickets to check out Medium Rare. Nicolas, thank you so much for joining us. And by the way, everybody, just make sure if you want to find out about the festival and what we have in the schedules up and everything, go to secretcityimprovfest.com. Get your tickets at secretcityimprovfest.com/tickets. Throw us a couple of dollars at secretcityimprovfest.com/donate. And find us on all the socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. And come see us September 30th and October 1st from the Historic Grove Theater in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Nicolas, thank you so much for joining us. We cannot wait to see Medium Rare when you guys come and hit the stage with and join us on September 30th.
Thanks so much for having me, Aaron.
All right, thank you. And we will see everybody later.